You now can't run for president because we got all of this, the pre-roll.
This pre-roll. This is the blackmail.
I included.
This is for when you want to get rid of me.
Yes.
You just pull this reference. Braden, give me all the slander.
Well, the problem is Braden now has stuff on both of us, so now he's employed for life.
Of course. You may own the place someday. You want to run the store?
Not really.
Is that your aspiration? That's not your aspiration?
Not really.
Dude. Okay, episode 6. Wow, we are on episode 6. This is fantastic. Welcome. Thanks for watching here. Chuck and I, Braden, I haven't really had a chance to look at the agenda as much today, but what are the topics? I see car washing.
Car washing.
Which is something I love to do, in all
Yep.
seriousness. Car news, the common theme.
Yep. Common theme.
Current events. Oh, good. That's it.
Racing simulators.
Racing simulators.
I added something on here that we're going to talk about.
Did you?
But we'll get to that.
You want to hit that first?
Nope.
No? You're going to save it
Best
for the
for
end?
last.
So that the viewers have to watch.
Yeah.
They have to suffer
exactly.
through a whole 30 minutes of whatever we talk about.
Oh, just
As long as they watch it, right?
I think they can fast forward too, but
Skip
they're going to have
ahead.
to find it though. Maybe we'll talk about it now or maybe in 5 minutes. Well, maybe at the end.
Yeah,
Watch
they're
the whole
probably
thing.
tired of us saying that.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, first topic, washing cars for the springtime. Okay, most of us right now, right? Well, here in Wisconsin, it being almost April 1st,
Yeah.
people are starting to pull their cars out of the garage that aren't, call it full year.
I'm going to add another topic right now.
Okay, go ahead.
So we run Cars and Coffee. Well, we don't run it, but we're
Right.
like the
We
host,
host.
of
Yep.
Cars and Coffee. How many texts?
Check us out on the Facebook page.
Exactly. Go to Madison Cars and Coffee or our Instagram.
If you're interested.
Exactly. But the amount of people when it was 70 degrees in February, like, when are we doing Cars and Coffee? I'm like, guys, we've been in, you live, I hope, maybe they haven't lived in Wisconsin, but we all know it's like literally the false lived, like everybody gets their car out and then and then when all the cities want to get their salt quotas thing, how many, did you have like 400 pounds of salt at the end of your driveway?
I mean, what is snow? It snowed like 7 inches last week, the end of March, right? I mean, almost 7 inches.
Forecasted for 12, and I
we
think
got
that the
7
net
and
was
it
3.
melted, right? But to Chuck's point, to your point, not to Chuck's point, I guess we're talking to each other.
400,000 pounds of salt.
There's literally like an anthill of
Yes.
salt on the right, and they know because I bitched to the town.
Literally.
They drop it right in front of my driveway on purpose.
See, it's funny
But,
because
you
Jim
know,
and I live
it
within
is
a
what it
mile
is.
of each other, and
Right.
we're in different, like, I'm in town of Middleton. We won't name
Yeah,
your
I'm
side.
Springfield.
See, it's down in Springfield. So
Yeah, and I think the
I'm pretty
mayor. But I
happy-
think the mayor of Springfield, or if there
Is
is a
out to
mayor,
get you?
or the mayor of Middleton, the town or something, live like on my block. So they got to go the extra yard to make sure.
I
And
don't
I
know.
think they put the salt on the top.
I know I've been plowed out before you many
Oh,
times.
dude, yeah.
Maybe
No.
my grandpa's a town chairman for 37 years. I think, and there's a park down the road
I
that we
think
might.
they're either pissed at the mayor or they're happy with the mayor, depending on how that works out.
Depends on how.
But yeah, no, the salt. I mean, look, we drive our cars most of the year. I mean, we're not
Yeah.
foolish. We don't take our cars out on Cup 2s in the middle of the winter in the snow. Well, some of us
I was
do.
about to say in the
maybe.
snow, but I was going to
Yeah,
say
in the
we
snow. In the winter
definitely
we do. Yeah, in the winter we do, but in snow. But look, I mean, when they dump a ton of salt on the street for no reason, it's frustrating.
Then it takes like 3 rains
Yeah.
because like it was. Well, I was getting my car prep for COTA last week, and I went through all the track
Yeah, I
prep.
remember that.
And I had to drive because like
Yes.
after you line it, you want to make sure, and especially with the
drive it
rear
straight.
steer, drive it straight, all that stuff. I took off up airport. I couldn't go on the highway because there was 5 million gallons of brine on the highway.
That's another thing. I don't know if does everybody dump brine? Like, I don't think is it a Wisconsin thing?
I've never seen.
It
was
brine.
like a faucet, like just
Yes.
like
It's
3,000 psi. Just
It's probably cow and pig shit.
it probably
Is
is.
it?
I don't know.
Brine?
I don't know. It's salt.
knows,
Just
but-
it's actually like it's some
Do you know
sort of
what it
like
is?
grapefruit juice. Or
You do know what it is.
Well, kind of. It's like a salt.
It's like full salt. It's like
Yeah,
salt.
it's like a
A
weird
liquid
salt
salt?
mixture. Yeah.
No, it just eats at the side. I had a Chevy Silverado 1500, and it literally was like 3 years old and had no bed left in it.
yeah,
You remember?
yes.
The salt just ate right through. You could see it when you
That's
stand
when
there.
that brine will go
The
anywhere.
brine just tore through it, which ties right nicely into our first topic of washing cars. I don't know what we can add that those of us who love to wash cars, I feel like it's therapy to me to a certain degree. I think we could just top line. Us three just finished watching a client's car who got the MM900R package, which is
Exactly.
insane, 900 plus horsepower to the wheels. check us out on MiddletonMotorsports.com if you're interested. But we like to detail and wash the cars before they go out. And, our method here for us is a 2-bucket approach, wheels first always. We use foam cannons.
It's actually 3 buckets when we do the wheels.
There is a 3rd bucket for the wheels, in all fairness. That is true. We start with the wheels, our products we use is a kind of bead maker. We've been using the Brake Buster and the bead maker drying agent.
That's Adams, right?
I don't know. I think it's bead maker. Are they
From
owned by
Adams.
someone?
I think Adams.
No, Adams is the soap. I don't know. We can look that up. Let them look that up.
Braden will have the luxury of adding the to the bottom. We'll do a list of all the stuff we use.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
That's
here's
a
the
good
thing,
idea.
though. Like, to people that are watching this, they're car guys like us.
They know exactly.
And it's
what we're
funny
talking
because everybody else has their own thing. Like whether it's the wax that what's the wax that you
about.
put on
I
all
use
your cars?
Colonite
845.
something like
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
I just and then I tease Jim when I got my 3RS. I'm like, I'm just gonna use my car. I have a car wash for just all of our cars with like the brushes, and I'm like, I'm just gonna run it through.
First you start off by saying I'm taking it to the car wash.
Yeah, and then
then I
like,
go, no way. I'm washing that thing if you're taking a car. No, it's touchless. I don't give a shit if it's touchless or not.
So what I've learned is that every time I do this, and Braden will see it more and more as he's works with you more.
Insanity,
I always just go up to Jim like, hey, I'm just going to run my car to the car wash, and then he's like, no, I'll wash it for you. I'm like, all right.
No, dude, I love washing cars. I do. It's so gratifying to me.
Yeah.
Therapeutic, satisfying, and bead maker, wheels, 2-bucket, 3-bucket with the brushes for the wheels, foam it, wash it, air dry it. Which is something kind of new to me. Newer to me.
The ergo blower.
The ergo turbo blower.
7 million
Watch
CFM.
blow the windows out. But we air dry it and then drying agent with a good towel.
Good big microfiber.
Microfiber towel, clean, and I think you're good to go. And if you want to do a deep dive or ceramic coat, we got professionals that we use. Power Clean is one of them.
Yep.
They do a nice job with ceramic coating and paint correction. And then, PPF. Should we talk a little bit about PPF?
Yeah.
It's mixed kind of.
I think it's
you've
like
taken the PPF off of your car.
Yeah, I did.
Right.
And it's my RS is pristine, where the PPF was. But you just lose a little bit of that, the deep look. Like you pay for the nice paint. The GT Silver looks great. My Grabber Lime has paint protection. I wonder what that car would look like without it.
I know. Well, that's kind of a flatter color, right? Yeah. That's kind of like a flat color.
You can see it on my, the hexagon grills where it's just sandblasted.
Yeah.
But I've used Sharpie 400 times to cover it.
Right. Well, those grills,
exactly.
The grills even on the Porsches, when you take them to a track, you can't help but get rubber or rocks or whatever shooting up at it. They chip them, and you can just
touch
paint
them up
with a Sharpie or a marker.
I just think that for what it I guess we're in a world too where it's like we can get stuff like we know the painter guy, we slip him some money, get good quality paint and stuff to get it redone. But I'm
kind of with you. I mean, the peace of mind, and this could trigger a lot of people. The peace of mind of PPF is special. You've done your windshield,
right?
I get that.
But you spend $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 for a good job on a whole car. You know how much you could paint of a car for $7,000 to $8,000?
Probably.
In at least our costs and our connections.
Right.
I think that also plays into it. But
everybody's skeptical though of. I know I would be of kind of a repaint. Is it going to be as good as the OEM? But in most cases, it could be better.
Speaking as a dealer, we're not talking exotic like Keenan Zegs and the
paint,
Bugattis. I'm telling you, my
colors.
sales managers aren't going out there and be like, "There's four rock chips on the front of your car, Jim. We're not giving you the full value of your car."
Right.
We have everybody has the ability to touch up and stuff like that. I think it's more people do it as like a. It's almost like make people get guilted into doing it. Maybe.
No, I think that's fair and like. But I agree with you. Like,
look at my Raptor. I'm looking at my picture of my Raptor over here, where I'm going through a swamp. You can maybe put that up on the podcast. Like, look at that paint. Like the paint is just covering. I never did any PPF on that. There's nothing wrong with that
Couldn't
paint.
tell. No,
and I jumped that thing like 100 times.
Right.
I taken it through the woods, through everything, scraped everything. Like,
it helps for maybe that occasional, like,
maybe like a
unfortunate
Gumball 3000
situation.
across the country where you're racing.
Yeah, on your desert tailgating someone like through a rocky road. Like,
Yeah.
you know, how about all of the peat moss or what? Not peat moss, the rocks that we found in your intake.
Yeah,
Think about
we
how
gotta
that
show
would
we
trigger.
gotta pop that up because that literally sparked the most controversy ever. Because I know the owner of the car before, and I was at the track with we were with him.
Both know, yeah.
And it's funny how many people like that's a gravel track. Like no, he lives out in the country and it's like gravel everywhere, and those things pick up. What's stressing Jim out because we talk about cleaning products. Jim is very like if you get one of his cars, you should.
Yeah.
It's the best thing.
Which,
in the
by
world.
the way, we have.
We
for
have
sale.
we have a
Check
cyber
out
orange
Middleton
GT
Ford,
500.
GT 500, 1700 miles.
So you can have
it's absolutely pristine.
Jim washes his car if he goes to get the mail with it.
Well,
but
that's
yeah, but that those cars like now Jim has that thing in the back of his head with his 2RS. How many rocks are
There
in
must
his?
be a ton of rocks. No, but I mean, we'll show. Let's show it. We have that clip, right, Braden?
Yeah.
But like, you literally took
Dumped it out.
the air filter. So on the back of the RS, it's on the 3RS 991.1 or .2. Sorry.
Yep.
The side ducts are kind of intakes for the air, right?
Yes.
I mean, for the intake or for. And there's all filters in there, but it's just the rocks come right up into it, and we took it off as a routine service. And literally, you took it and you dumped it, and it wasn't like, "Hey, here are a couple rocks." Like, you know, you take the under panel,
cover the entire floor.
You take an under panel off, and you're like, "Oh,
the
my God,
best
look
is
at
how
the
many. I mean, how many
No,
people were
yeah.
triggered by that?
They said you added kitty
Well,
litter?
everybody said it went into the gravel trap. I'm like, people that have track
off
cars.
the track.
Yeah, because if you go and it's just
But the
different
gravel
gravel.
traps are
Yes,
right. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
different. But understand, like we've done thousands. Yeah,
Yeah.
It doesn't. But
No,
anyways,
but it was triggering.
there's more people online that know more about us and
well,
everything.
that's what
you
you do
post.
when you put yourself out there. They're probably saying, "Well, don't put yourself out there." But you dumped it this way. What was funny is you dumped it this way, and it was like, "Holy cow!"
And then the other.
And then you dumped it the other way, and it was just as much. But PSA to anyone with a 991.1 or 2 probably, check out your. When you service it and you do the air filters, make sure they dump the rocks out.
There was actually like a bulletin supposedly, like 'cause through all that one, somebody, people that actually own them.
Really?
There's a lot of people that commented that have never owned them, but like the people, there's actually a bulletin about checking them. So it's like maybe check your air filter more than, more often than not. I mean, more so for people like us that bomb around the back roads.
Right.
Well, that's definitely...
but everything to the normal person, to the majority of the population who have cars. There's a lot of anxiety and uncertainty about pulling cars apart, right? Yeah. And I mean, you pulled the rear bumper off, which is part of the service on the Porsche, and I mean, you have the bumper off in less than an hour. I mean, maybe
half hour. It's so easy,
and it is built that way, so it goes on really nice. But the anxiety for me, even to watch that happen, you're like, God, what are you doing? Why are you taking your car apart?
It's funny because we look at it's.
We have a different attitude towards cars.
Because for me, it's like working on cars my whole life. I've been here for 20 years in May.
Congrats.
Which is funny. I don't talk much about detailing, but I spent my first 9 years detailing. Yeah. Maybe we'll get the products I use are obsolete now. But which is crazy.
Was that Dawn or Palmolive?
Dude, Dawn is still the best thing to get grease out.
Absolutely. If you want to take all wax
everything
off of your car,
Dawn.
Yeah.
But no, it's definitely been it's definitely
no. But I took you off your train of thought because we both love our cars more than anything. We're car guys, but at the end of the day, you will
I'm a car as a car
with your car.
Yes.
You will take it apart. You have no problem. Taking the wheels off, doing whatever you need to do, brake flush.
I was one
where
click
I'm like,
away.
I gotta go to the dealer. I cannot do that.
I was one click away from an E85 on my GT3 RS, and Jim got stressed out.
I couldn't handle it and walk out. Braden's like, no way.
Do it. Matt's like, do it.
Yeah.
Because of high compression. I mean, but for reset, I have a new GT3 on order. Hopefully, get the 992.2 version. But it's. Those cars are, I agree with messing, the more I thought, the more rational I got. Right. That kind of car should, it's maybe be left to the to the stock form.
Well, especially if you're under warranty. Well, for me, if I'm under warranty, let someone else touch it. But a couple more questions here. You have, if I don't have a driveway or shop to wash it, where should I do it? That's a tough question. I think all those hand wash cars washes, like the car washes. Where
Don't use the we got to pull up some of those. They have those like
the foam brush.
The foam brush.
Oh, yeah,
Dude, there's so many of those clips.
I was gonna go there.
Brain's got to find that because literally
fucking brush
we've
comes off.
all used that brush to get stuff
For a
off.
trailer, no problem.
No.
But think about it.
I
I'm
wouldn't
using
touch my trailer
I'm
with that.
using it. You come off with a trailer, and I went through the woods,
Yeah, just
like
the
or my
like-
quad or a motorcycle. You're using that thing, and then the poor guy comes in later with no.
That
Yeah, well, that off the
I've
Bronco.
done that.
You can't do that. Where I was going is I would go to one of those those hand wash places, but I wouldn't use their equipment. I would use the water and just bring my own soap bucket.
I get worried though, like that thing that spins above that thing's gonna fall down.
Because it's rocking like this. No, that's fair.
I just go to Jim and
don't
say,
wash
I'm
it.
going to take my car to the touch car wash. And he's like, I'll wash it. Perfect. Done.
Find a friend that has a driveway. That's the best thing you could do.
Find a gym.
I wouldn't take it.
Find the nearest gym near you.
Yeah, that's probably fair. Hand washing is absolutely necessary.
Yes.
Braden.
Yes.
Car washes. We did a little.
And I'll say though, like even my car, I have the luxury of being able to park my cars on the showroom during the winter.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much dust and stuff.
Sure.
And the people that walk by and touch it, we were looking at it like yesterday. There's the amount of scratches from people like dragging their hands.
on it.
They just want to touch my car.
You know what? Look, I think car washes. I think there are some really good car washes out there that do a really good job. But my frustration with car washes is one, you never know what can happen as your car's going through those brushes. What car went before you, and could it get scratched? Sure, maybe not. But if you have low profile tires, or the tires are wider, are they rubbing up against the brushes? Then you get to the end, and if they're good, they're using clean rags. If they're not, they're using the rag they used in the car prior. You get a bunch of lint on your windows.
Yes.
And then, you get a bill for $22, $35. But, I'm not trying to I am knocking it, but at the end of the day, they do a good job. I would hand wash it when you ask. I would
See, and then I
hand
think
wash all the way.
this gets back to the 99% and the 1%.
Yeah.
1% of us like to wash our,
Right.
but then
That's
there's
fair.
like me, like my daily driver in my wife's car where the children want to have a war in the back. Like
yeah,
I
that's fair.
just dump it at the car wash, have it done, boom, boom,
Yeah.
done. And for us, we have a membership to Triton. I just take it up there and they just clean it and whatever.
And they do a
it's
good
not-
job.
Yeah.
And they do a good job.
But it's also not like something that like it's.
They're not going to care about it.
I'm not going to hand wash my Expedition.
You're going
Like,
to care about
let's
it.
be-
Oh, yeah. No.
like just
That's fair.
But I
Fair.
think
I'm
there's
thinking
certain
car
levels,
cut. Yeah,
like
yeah.
our track. But yeah, like even my 500 though, we hand wash that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
And if you're
because
gonna-
we enjoy hand washing.
I found one car wash in town. It's mobile up here, where it doesn't have the ramps that'll ruin your wheels, and you pull up and it's 100% touch free there and the co-op.
But that thing runs right along your car, right?
I just like to stress Jim out once
Yeah,
in a while. It's funny because I'll like when I come to work at 5 a.m, if I go through the wash, I'll Snapchat it and
Yeah.
it just gets him stressed
No,
out.
no, no,
First thing he gets up in the morning, he sees me,
No, that's not good.
he gets stressed
That's not
out.
good. But I do hate with a passion doing the interior. Like for me, it's a vacuum and windows and I'm out.
I've never cleaned the interior of my.
Yeah, the
I have 10,000
interior
miles
cars-
on my 500. I've always had my shout out to Mike at Power Clean.
Yeah.
He's done my interior
right.
every time.
But you're in the car more than you're outside the car. So
We
it's kinda
we
foolish.
talked earlier about leaving DNA on the steering. I need a new steering wheel.
Yeah, that would
my-
be terrible. But no, you could
Trying
actually,
to get to the teens at Road America,
Oh.
you know how much sweat I left on my
Yeah,
steering
no,
wheel?
no. There is a good product.
There is.
that I use.
That German. I did it. I tried it one time.
Oh shit! It's like a foam can. It's
Yes,
white.
yes. It's like
Um,
German or
I'll
something.
figure
too.
it out. We'll look it up, Braden. Maybe you can put a picture of it up. But
And then like a little
and
sub
a little
yeah.
brush.
You know
Like
what
that.
Matt does on his?
That come through.
He just uses brake clean in a rag.
Oh god.
It's crazy, but he said it. He swears by it. I ain't doing it on mine, but dude, he's
Wait,
literally-
Matt has a 500. Let him try it
yeah.
and see it when he dissolves all the microfibers on the. Oh,
He
good
did
man.
on his. He said he did on his
Oh,
Camaro like 5
Shit.
times.
Well,
So
but,
we'll
you
see.
know, wait, like there's tricks of the trade. We're probably getting ripped off from all these companies. Oh,
Yeah,
allegedly, maybe.
yeah, probably.
By all the comments. Okay, so car wash. I think we beat that up pretty good. Racing simulators. I can honestly say I've never, other than like going to arcades. I don't know if they still have arcades now, but like and sitting in the ones that are like 3 wide or 2 wide. I've never sat in a really good simulator. I know one of our friends has one that's supposed to be.
raced
I
it.
have not raced in that. Maybe you could talk about it, but I think it'd be really cool. You're a huge Formula One fan. Those guys, It seems like they're pretty serious about their simulators.
See, their
right?
simulators are set up based on like the aerodynamic efficiencies of the car, and they do it for testing for the car.
Right.
Because they have so, I mean, theirs obviously are completely on a different level than anything we're going to
Of
drive.
course.
But it's really close to what their simulator runs
That's
are.
insane.
Like it's within like, some tenths. But it's for me, and we had this conversation off air, it's like the whole simulator thing. I think there's some people that are really good and really methodical with it. For me, it's like I'm more of a feel driver, like feeling the road, feeling how the stuff, like feeling the corners.
Right.
I've raced on a 5-axis simulator that a friend had, and it's not the same.
Really.
Like you understand,
Like you don't get that. They don't really feel. You don't get that.
you get the force feedback and all that stuff, but
Right.
it's all. It's simulated.
Yeah. Right. I mean, it's what it is.
But
right?
like for me, it's like but I'm reading the grip of the tire in the corner and all that kind. You don't have that. I don't feel that same type
Right.
of like.
Right.
In most of the simulators, like you
Feedback.
see that you like the F1 guys, they don't do all the access and spinning and all that
No,
stuff. It's just
they're
a
like
locked
on
in.
a PC.
Them, it's just getting in. It's just literally rhythm because you see the F1 drivers and like those guys, they can do the whole track with the shifting, shutting their eyes, and they can go through the whole track. But
You
I
could
think
probably do that.
I think the most beneficial thing to a simulator is understanding the turns and like getting a feel of the track. So when you go there the first time, you can feel it. Like I went to Black Hawk and I never been there. It's just like again, it's just I think there's some sort of just.
But as we start to, one of our things that we want to do here at Middleton Motorsports is we want to get to more tracks nationally. And I know, I don't know if it's fair. Like Nürburgring, let's just use that one as one of the most probably the world's most
I
famous,
would use a simulator
because you don't get the like I don't think you get the elevation like you would when you're
you
there.
do if you use I've done a VR sim too.
Oh, okay.
So your VR and like you can when you're looking around in the VR, like I did
Really?
Road America, and it was really accurate. Like everything.
Wow.
The VR is cool. It makes you maybe a little dizzy, sick. You gotta get used to it.
Right.
But that I think you get or those immersive sims. But
If there are any simulator companies out there that are happening out of the 4 or 5 people that are watching this,
I'd be curious.
Maybe they can send us one.
Yeah, exactly.
We'd be happy to
We'll
film
test it.
video and
Or
test
give
it.
us an example of what you should get. What
Braden,
we should get.
do we know any? Of the,
I will be. I will admit.
I think Braden has one. He's going to show us. Maybe they'll send us one.
Yeah.
Who is it? Koenigsegg?
Pagani.
Pagani?
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude!
That's kind of like the one I drove in was better.
It looks like a bobsled.
I'm gonna be honest.
mean, it
the one
looks
I
like
was in was more insane. It's literally you hang in it and like, well, you saw it.
Yeah. But look at that thing.
That's pretty insane.
I wonder. I mean, it looks fantastic.
You know those F1 ones?
Paganis are probably one of the most
It's gotta be
beautiful cars
$300,000
ever made. I don't
Because the
know.
F1 ones are 100.
You
think
can
it
only
looks like
get
you-
it if you have a Wyra R.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks.
So
No,
it's
forget
$4
that.
million,
Just
yeah.
put that off. That'll never happen in my lifetime.
Maybe we'll find it in a
But-
dumpster somewhere.
Yeah, maybe we can
Dumpster
see it on
diving.
maybe it'll be on eBay.
They're saying they might.
Hopefully, it's not on that cargo ship.
Yeah,
They're saying they might sell them to the general public.
too. Is it anything unique or special about them?
It's full
Or-
carbon fiber. It's the same pedals and seats and steering wheel out of Pagani.
dude, that's kind of cool though.
That's
Well, it's
pretty
because the people who own the Paganis don't drive them like they should, so they need a simulator.
It's funny. I give Jim a hard time. I took the one thing I did do is I have PlayStation at home,
That's fair.
and
Yeah.
I pulled up the F1 and I went to Coda, and now the lap time to beat at Coda now is a 1:36.
Oh, F1. That's what
No,
you
that's
said.
my best lap.
Yeah, okay.
That's my lap. I did it. 1:36. Good luck.
And yeah, you must be cutting through the bleachers.
No,
No?
within track limits.
Okay. F1.
F1.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but hey,
Can
it's
you
still.
imagine? No, that's real.
But
Now-
you know what's crazy though is I did the F1. I did it with an F1 car, which is like almost a minute faster. And then like I found in the app that I could buy like a Ferrari supercar, whatever, like a
Oh,
SF90. So I get in that thing and I'm driving it. I'm just like, I feel like I'm driving a lawnmower up the stretch because it's unbelievable the difference of an F1
another
car
world, right?
versus that.
It's another world. But since you brought up Coda and you're 136, I think the last couple weeks, was it 2 weeks ago or a week ago? I may have sent you this video on YouTube.
I saw it.
The Venom? Is that what is that?
I've never
The
been-
Hennessy Venom 5
It's
or
a Venom F5 Revolution.
F5 Revolution production car record at Coda. 210.
1090.
But when I looked at it,
Dude.
I was not impressed
No, well,
with the drive. Dude, there was a lot of room left in that lap.
Well, you know, it's easy for us to sit here and say it. 'Cause
No,
we
but
haven't
like,
been, but like your 3RS, the RS is you know, we're watching a lot of videos. I think through the S's and the turns,
that car is
it's nothing
it has
special.
1,400
But
horsepower.
up the straightaways, it's hitting like 190.
He only did it on the back stretch, but he
Oh.
started braking before the hill. So
But dude,
this is
we're
the way I
doing
look at it.
193, dude.
No, but not on the front stretch.
No, on the front stretch, yeah.
He slowed down because I analyze this because I'm looking at different things and I've watched a lot of laps. So like I have in my head
Like
head
your
of what
braking spots?
I already
Right.
kind of figured out. But like looking at that, like and the way that the hitting the apex and stuff, like there's definitely room in
Right.
that car.
Well, maybe
Because
Hennessy wants to invite us out.
Yeah.
We could take you for a ride around the track.
But like no, but dude. There's a guy with a manual GT3 RS with
Oh,
500 horsepower
15.
doing 215.
Right.
It's
No,
5
I
seconds.
mean-
I know 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
yes.
But
you know as well when you get to those
900
thresholds.
more horsepower
No, I know.
in the
He's doing
same
a lot
way. Like
faster
I'm just saying, like I
versus
just
500.
right.
Right.
I mean,
Or
but
what is
there's
it, 1,500
also
horsepower?
that guy with his Corvette that does all those supercar trials that has like a Corvette that like super and he did a 203, I believe.
But
Like
that's
low-
on a stock production car.
it's based off a production
It's
car.
based on-
Yeah, right.
But this, you know, it's all relative. Still, 210. You know, when you look at these times.
But did
and
you?
it-
I think
absolutely
what
on the
more
straightaway,
impressed
they were
me
moving-
was
moving
the
fast.
the Ford GT Mark IV. Did you see what that
I did
at
not
Coda?
see that one. No.
158.
Holy shit.
That's a production. That's a
Race
production race car.
Oh, right, race
Which is-
production, like a GT car.
It's a G. It's like the same
Yeah.
class, whatever. But you know, but that car, like you could, and that's where I came from. I went from that to that and watched like you can
Right,
tell it was
right.
pro drive. I mean, not knocking. I mean, that's a great time with a
Yeah.
210.
And I don't
but
know who was driving that
I
car.
feel like there was like.
Maybe it was John
Ford
himself.
definitely got the race car driver in the seat
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
Ford
yeah.
GT, but
Yeah.
a 158
Right.
was like a new lap record for
That's
a
fast.
production race car. But that was insane.
That's fast. Yeah, no, I mean, I can't wait. I'm anxious to get there. But
Yeah,
talking about, I wonder what the GTD
would
will
that.
do around there.
Well, I was I actually
Wouldn't
looked.
that
I
be
actually
nice
looked at. I looked at the race cars that are because like the crazy thing is the GTD is a 900. You know, they're saying or over 800 horsepower.
Right.
And like all those class cars that are doing like on those, I think it's at sub 10. So those are doing like like around 210,
right.
low teens.
Like
high
the cup cars are
the
you
cup-
talking about? Or
the
or
cup- look up what the cup car like the cup cars are at Coda. I want to say they're like right around that 210, like with it like cup car,
I'm
like
sure-
or 209,
I have no
208.
idea. Yeah.
I know at Road America they're like 209, the new cup
Right.
cars.
They're, usually the times I find are like
Right,
crazy.
but they put the same technology. Granted, it won't weigh the same because it's not gutted, but they're
Right.
saying this can be lighter, and the
Right.
times they're going for.
But they can use active arrow, which
right,
with the cup
I
cars
would
can't.
bet that it does it better than 210 at Coda stock.
But you think the only difference, I would maybe agree with you because they do say that GT3 RS could do better than the cup car with slicks.
Yes,
The tires might be the only issue.
Cup 2R, and that's what I'm trying
Right,
at Coda is
right.
the Cup 2Rs. We'll
On
see
the
how
GT,
those
like
are.
if they put slicks on the GTD, I think it would give any like just
Yes,
like the
yes.
RS cars. If they put slicks on them because they have
Couple
active
seconds,
arrow and
yeah.
they have some things that you could not allowed in the GT3 class, right?
Yeah, I
But
think it's
like GTD,
like
I mean,
Road
that would be-
America is definitely a
I
couple
think we
couple seconds with
deserve one
slicks.
of those
Yeah,
GTDs, right?
yes, exactly. Well, there's certain things I can't talk about right now, but there's
well.
some more stuff coming on the GTD.
But you got an email,
I did.
right?
Yes, I'm not sure if I can share it, but I got an email.
You got an email.
Well, I can, the one I
no,
can
yeah,
share
that's
is
what
the
I'm
one
talking about.
personally.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
I got to take my dealer hat
yeah,
off.
yeah,
and, okay, this is customer Chuck.
Right,
Yes,
customer Chuck.
yes. There's
But I was
gonna
gonna say I got
more-
an email. You know,
there's more news on the. So Jim
Everybody
and
who
I both.
signed up,
Whoever you signed
should
up.
have. If you
yeah.
signed up and you didn't get an email, you better call Ford.
Yeah, because it's quarter one is going to talk about when they're going to how the process happens.
It's gonna work.
So
Yeah, that was the email. I mean, every time you get like from the GT group, you're like GT3 group,
yeah,
GTD group.
exactly.
You're like,
Yes.
holy
Oh,
shit!
Yeah,
this is it.
exactly, exactly. Every time I think like
Let's
Chuck,
start
you've
our
been
story.
selected. Let's start the
Yes,
story.
Yeah, let's start it.
But I would anticipate that we'd know more information soon on the dealer side.
that'd be
so
cool.
We'll see.
I mean, that'll be fun. We really would love to have one. Like, and it's obvious everybody would love to have one, but hopefully between you or I, especially you with the store and everything we're doing on motorsports, that would be special. Okay, Braden, product news, car news. Let's kind of wrap this thing up with a couple things, topics here. Oh, the Taycan Turbo GT. A couple weeks ago, that was hot, right? They had they had two there. They had like Laguna Seca, at least is what I saw on YouTube. Look those videos up; they're insane. They had a purple one, which I think is basically the delivery spec, and they had one that was kind of
Do you know if this was this sub sevens? at Nürburgring?
I don't know. Did they set that yet?
Yeah, it was just over 7. I think it was like
707.
Yeah, I
maybe?
think it was like 707.
The new one? We might want to look that one up. But
Ford-
yeah, I
that's
don't
the
know if it
Ford.
was below 7. I don't think it was below 7, but
I think
it was
like
touching 7,
it was 70 something.
which is, I mean, insane, right?
Well, it's like the 991.1 RS was like a 70 something.
Right. I mean, this thing weighs, I don't know what it weighs. We should know those facts. But like,
A megaton.
but I
Anything
mean,
electric
dude,
is
under
megaton.
1.8 seconds, 0 to 60 or something. It's a YSAC package. It's insane. What a
9.4.
beautiful car. But it's going to be over. It's going to be probably 2.5 to 3 bills, I would imagine.
1,019 horsepower, 9.4 quarter mile.
But the dude was running that car on that track, man. And it was fun to watch. He went out and I forget what time he did, but he beat the track record by not a little, but he crushed it.
It's our seats.
And then he went out and with his own personal, I don't know if it was a personal car, but a different car, and actually crushed that record. I felt like the driver was a little disappointed. I forget who it was, but it's got the wing on the back. It's got the YZAC. I mean, it's a nice looking. Look at that thing with you're going to put some pictures of it up, but I mean, the arrow in the front, you could see a little bit of the 911 in it.
Yeah. I'm just fascinated when I see all these of like the drivers with no helmet, like just
Yeah.
they're ripping
Don't you wanna
laps
go to
without
Nürburgring for
helmet,
that
no
reason?
helmets. Like
I mean,
it's a public road.
it's a highway.
It's unbelievable.
It's a highway. And they could do it with the
We need
windows
one
up.
here.
In the U.S., you can't ride on the tracks. I mean, most tracks in the U.S., you have to have the windows down. Which is
Long
kinda
sleeves,
crappy.
long pants.
Yep. Yeah. Supra GRMN testing.
What is that?
Let's see. Okay. Well, I mean, it looks kind of like
Looks
the one.
Justin's Look,
right?
Justin's in the quick lane.
Is it have a wider body to it?
I don't believe it's any wider. I think it's just some.
So
some
it's
added
used the
air.
But it's
D80
running-
M3, the S58 engine.
There you go.
It's rumored to.
So that's what we just had. We had an M3 CS on the dyno, made 530 wheels. stock.
Supra and hopefully Nissan
So 530
240 or 200,
horsepower.
whatever it's called.
Yeah.
What is the Nissan?
The new one.
Yeah.
The Z.
The Z, Nissan Z. It's not a 240. I'm dating myself. That's awful. Hopefully they put some power into these bad boys.
So my guess is the front bumper, the front bumper's new and the wing is new because that's the only camo
yeah,
they want to
that's they
hide.
camoed up. And the back lid, it's probably a little bit more.
Dude, that
Dude, that
angle
wing,
does not
that,
do it
no,
justice.
the
I'm not
wing on the
gonna lie.
back.
That's not,
Put that
no.
up right for the audience, but
Yeah.
the wing on the back is kind of.
Is that
It's
the
like an afterthought, and it's kind of looks a little like, like like the neon you see driving down the highway, and the guy decides to put the wing.
I
on
saw
the back.
hey
That's what it
I
looks
saw a
like.
neon the other day. It was underneath
Yeah,
my tire.
well, that's the neon. Yeah, we
Pop
saw
that up
more
there.
to more to come there.
Oh, we can't share that yet.
That's a tease.
Oh, perfect. There's
We
the
just
tease.
need to complement it with another one parked right next to it. And when that happens, hold on. Here we go. Chuck's gonna
Me
be,
hold on or someone else?
Yeah, no, yeah, I'll passenger seat it
There
for
we
sure.
go.
I don't know. I mean, I like the Supra. I think it's a cool car. I would
do the new M2
daily a
competition
Supra
over
for
that
sure.
still for 100%.
You would.
hmm
I mean, it's a BMW, right? It's probably said
That's a
100
BMW.
times. Yeah, it's a BMW.
But I think the M2 just I don't know. It's kind of cool.
You go for M2.
I'm
Is
just-
even the new one like a little boxier?
Yeah, I think
Yeah?
it's cool. I don't mind it.
That's cool.
Better than that wing.
Volkswagen ID Buzz.
You were a pretty big fan of that.
Oh yes,
Chicago
yes,
Auto.
yes.
So this is the
Dude.
GTX version. So
This
it's
is a G-
335 horsepower.
This is all you.
Oh,
I have nothing nice to say.
dude, come on, the old Volkswagen Bus. I mean, again, I'm dating myself. I got a couple of years on you, but I mean, if you're gonna go electric, like I'd rather see electric something like that.
None
than
of my
an electric-
comments that I can make about this van are
are positive.
are appropriate for
Appropriate. We can bleep shit out if you want. It is the front.
You have to
is-
literally
the-
just do
the
like the
front is-
Jeremy Clarkson where it's just beep.
Yeah, just
the whole
like
time.
with explosion, like the
That to
nuclear
me-
bomb going off.
that to me is
Oh,
oh,
Jesus!
look at
Christ.
that. It's literally it's all
that might that
it's all
that,
it's
that
all
as
it's
well.
all it's all black it's all black, like blacked out, like you literally like
Well,
that.
I was gonna go news lately, but we'll leave that alone.
So that'll have to be all. This might still be bleeped.
The whole thing might be edited out.
It'll be
Dude,
funny.
look
though.
at it. It's better when it's
All
not.
right, we're
it's-
back.
No, look, we're back.
It's awesome.
It's better when it's two toned, or does it make it worse? Wait, what? Wait, there's both sides. Like this one side.
It's a different.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's creepy. That's creepy.
This is like when I went to the volcano with my GT500.
Yeah,
This is
lava
all.
poured
This is
all over it.
AI. Look at that. There's
Okay,
no way
maybe,
that's there.
Braden, I give you credit for giving it a shot. I think it's kind of cool.
I want
But and now that Chuck continues to
When-
talk about it like
when
that,
those-
I'm
when
starting
those-
to get a vibe.
yes.
Like the
When those-
vibe after you made a comment about it, I can never unhear that, and I can never drive in it again.
But the screen, I feel like I could just rip that. Like those screens when they sit like that, I just want to
Yeah,
grab
I
it and
hate
rip
those
it off the.
screens.
It's like, anyways.
I hate those screens.
Let's move on before I get in more trouble.
Oh wait, you got the Hennessy Venom, dude. The Hennessy Venom.
You guys want to watch it?
I think it's a cool. I think that because he starts braking at the bottom of the hill, like right there.
You
That
think?
car can do later. I watched it. I analyzed it.
Dude, but
It's a cool car.
I give the guy credit.
100%.
I mean,
I think
for the
it's-
car, right? I mean, the car. Look at that thing, dude.
But I think you get like,
And it's unique enough. It doesn't look like every other supercar,
yeah, dude. They hit like almost 200 on the
and they
backstretch.
sound insane.
It's unbelievable.
It's a V8, right? Turbo, supercharged, probably
Yeah,
turbo.
it looks like a McLaren.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's only so much you can do. I think it's got a little bit of different front,
Yeah.
but yeah, the rear of the car looks McLaren-esque.
Yes.
Definitely
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, look
But
at that.
ooh, yeah, let's
Yeah.
more McLaren.
Yeah. You can't unsee the
But
765 LT on that.
The rear tail lights.
Yes. The exhaust, the four just spread out too. The
Yeah, in the
tips.
center.
Yeah.
I guess we're like, where the fuck do you put it? But
Exactly. But
no, dude. Yeah, I would
the seats.
love to have the opportunity to drive in a hypercar one day. It'd be pretty cool.
I think they like the traction stuff. I mean, 1,400 horsepower is a
Oh,
lot
God,
to control on the
you have
track.
900, and it's insane.
Yeah.
Imagine 1,400 in a car that weight. What it must feel like, though, dude. Really?
Well, that fun car is what,
mean,
1,100 and it
holy
weighs
shit.
probably half that weight. But
Yeah, I mean, but just the power to weight ratio.
it's cool.
I saw Top Fuel Dragster, over 12,000 horsepower, run a
388.
42.
It was a new record,
Speed.
340. Yeah, but it was a 388 at 342.
Yeah.
But those cars are getting like like the
You see that, dude?
dude,
Like,
next podcast we're going to talk about top fuel dragsters because the specs of like what the driver goes through is unbelievable.
oh man, I
We'll
can't
say
imagine.
that. It's unbelievable. The amount of fuel they have these special fuel pumps to just shove the fuel in because
dude.
they use like well over
looks
10
like
gallons
a-
of fuel.
looks
in
like
3
a
seconds.
horse or
you
donkey
can't dump that
pissing.
out. You can't dump. You can't. No, you can't dump it out that. It's like a.
Yeah, it's like a fire hose.
Oh, dude. Well, we saw him at. I saw it.
no, but how about the driver? Think about the driver real quick, and we'll get back on topic. But
the G's
in
when they slow
3.8
down?
seconds,
Yeah, but the G's when
they're
they slow down.
pressing the pedal.
There's been stories of their eyeballs popping out of their sockets
when they slow down
stop. Yeah,
from the parachute.
insane.
But I mean, there's no driving. Like, I mean, of course there's driving. I don't want to insult anybody,
Yeah.
but it's like gas. Like release the brake, gas,
You'd be surprised
parachute,
how much input they give in that 3
and
seconds.
parachute.
In
Or
3
does the
seconds,
parachute-
But in 3 seconds, they're
Yeah.
literally still keeping that
Does
thing
the
going.
parachute deploy on its own?
You
Or
have
do you
to
think
hit it. They hit
dude,
it.
Come on. I mean, if you hit that thing at 340 miles per hour, if you hit that thing a tenth of a second, half a second late, you're halfway. You're fucking into cornfields, man.
Those regulation tracks have a huge runoff. That's where
You
they
ain't
do
running
it.
that on archetype lane. That's for
No,
sure.
no.
Dude, any type of elevation, you're gonna take.
As long as that wing's still out
Oh
there.
my god. Well, okay, so that's the news. I think that's enough for today. We had fun. This was fun, Chuck. It's always fun chit chatting with you. You had. Did we touch on the extra topic you wanted? I think it was right.
Yeah, it was a GTD.
The GTD, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we got that in. Braden, anything else before we wrap up? Braden, thank you as always for the topics and the organization and being behind the camera, making this happen. Please like and subscribe to our channel.
No one's listening.
Visit our YouTube.
They're all gone by now.
Middleton
If they are, should
Motorsports.com.
we do another? Should we do another?
Did we do that on the last
another
one?
giveaway?
What did we give away last
No,
time?
we
Hat?
haven't.
Merch?
We haven't released it.
I know, but we should just do that for everyone. Just buy our
Dude,
YouTuber.
Our number one fan, Jim, is gonna
yeah,
win.
You know, Froosh 69.
Bruce 69. Yeah, exactly. He's gonna win.
He's definitely gonna win.
I'd bet money on it. He's gonna win
He's
here
gonna
too.
sell
We'll do
all
another.
merch.
We'll do another merch thing.
Yeah.
If it
Okay.
first person to comment, and they have to
about the let's do the speed of the dragster, top fuel dragster. What we said.
Yeah. Go
they
find
hit
out
the
what the
speed.
top speed. Yeah, the speed.
What
the
we
speed
said.
part of it.
'Cause
Yeah.
That's the
You
very,
have to go.
oh, it's in the middle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Thanks for joining. Till next time. Peace
See ya.
out.